say Shalom. In my mo, yeah, say Shalom Aleinu V'Achol Yisrael Ramein.
Rav Shlita asked me to read the following letter that he received. I should say who received it from, or I should say who the name of who sent it. Yeah. So it says, "Dear Rabbi Fishbain, I hope this letter finds you well, and you and your wife and your family all well, healthy in every way, and happy. I thought I was getting better at sending you instructions to sell chametz for our apartment, and he lists where it is, but just 2 days before the first Seder, I'm now first writing you to do so. It's my pleasure knowing you, having you as part of my life, and you are often in my mind. May you be blessed with good health, wisdom, and good jokes. All the best to you and your family, from Yaakov Mordechai ben Tzvi, Jay Burstein, and Chaya Bas Malka Rivka Rachel, his wife Carol." Thank you very much. Wow.
Achonis for Pesach, familiarizing in the outside the concentrated yishuv of Torah and mitzvahs of New York City and its confines and Monsey and those areas. So it's a different, it's an underbelt, it's a different world altogether. Shloshim and Kohen Machag, by us it's an understated, by uns Herdik Eden, Shloshim and Kohen Machag, by them it's not even 30 minutes before Pesach that they make the Achonis. They take them, they turn out tablecloth and take a couple of matzahs and the kneblach, that's the whole, that's the ganze Yontif, by them there's Yontif. And I was very delighted to hear someone give over a message. He said that I'm too orthodox. I'm here in the community. One of the year-round, one of your Toshavim, gave over. Said that he was one of our Nispalim, that I'm too orthodox, too religious. Reminds me of. When 1956 presidential election, when Adlai Stevenson was running for president against Dwight Eisenhower, and he was visiting Brooklyn. I was living at the time in Brooklyn. He visited our neighborhood, and when he got up to speak, he made a stop in our neighborhood in Williamsburg. He got up to speak. He said he overheard two of the bystanders in the audience. They were trying to decipher just exactly what this distinguished motorcade was about and who he was. So one of them said to the other, he said, "It must be them bums." If anybody's familiar with years ago, there was the Brooklyn, a Major League Baseball team, the Brooklyn Dodgers, and they were called the Bums. So he says when he heard that they included in that circle the Bums, he said he was never more honored in his life. So when I heard that they said I'm too orthodox, I was never more honored in my life. The old beautiful minig of Moish Chitim for Pesach in the Bisman, the time of Rav Chaim Sanzer. There was a Gabbai Tzedakah, and he had distributed. It was empty. The Moish Chitim fund was completely empty. There was nothing left. And shortly thereafter, Yontiv Vayit came with a Gibein. He doesn't have to make a seder. He hasn't got biyat. He's a mechusha. He hasn't got what to eat. Poverty in the extreme. Not for wine, not for matzahs. So Gabi said, "My goodness, he says, I don't have. Not only was the kaseh, was the treasury emptied out, but even the outlook, where to get from. We approached everybody." Then he thought for a minute. He says, "There is someone here, but it's no question about it. Be a bracha about Torah. A playboy spends his day in the bar." and Geld felt a niche. It wouldn't be no problem for him to take out whatever this he needs for Yontif. But he said, "Sabrach Vatol, it's a Heuslach, and what is he interested about somebody's plight for Pesach?" But what has he got to lose? The only thing he'll suffer some bisyonis, embarrassment, asking him, and at the Heuslach, he'll zittle him, he'll make fun of him. So he found him, like he thought, he found him in a bar. And he told him the story. He said, "There's somebody found they don't have the need for Pesach. We tried everybody contributed already. There's nowhere else to take from. Would you please so kindness to help this mishpach in their plight? They want to make Pesach." So he says, "You know what? I'll make a deal with you." He said, "I have at home a uniform from a galach, a priest. It's laying there. I enjoy a practical joke. If you give me that pleasure, you put on that uniform, and you'll march through town, and I'll have somebody play an instrument to attract the attention. You should come to their windows and doors, look out the window, and see you marching through the streets. I'll give you what you want for even more for this important family." A proposition like that, is mechuyev to that extent to be mevaz himself for somebody. Again, he thought maybe never should. Divided the mishpocha to sein, he won't have a seder, he won't have a tea for yontif. He'll be makriv, he'll sacrifice, he'll be a korban. He says, "Go get these, go get the uniform." He gets the uniform, he puts it on, the gabbai and he starts to play this playboy starts to have something to play. An organ behind him, he's marching through the streets, and the everybody's looking out the window, goes to remember the gabbai. What happened? I roughed his in, and he must have lost his mind. Erev Pesach has got nothing better to do, even if it be a regular weekday, but nach Erev Pesach, everybody's verschmeit, everybody, the day's not long enough. He's marching the street, ganz mishiki war. A kitzer, he ran through, both kept their part of the deal. He marched through town. When he marched through town, he gave him out. He says, here's what I promised you, take it. Not only that, he said to me, this uniform, it's laying by me so many years in the house, I have no use for it. So here, take it. What was he needed for? He told me to take it, burn it up. Then again, he thought to himself, through this, he did such a mitzvah, a mishpocha for yontif, from portion, they wouldn't have the seder, they wouldn't have a tea. So, he'll take it, it's not portion that uniform. He took it home, put it away somewhere in a closet, and see your legs. A number of years later, the Chaim Tzanzer came to town. He was going down the street, and he senses some kind of an aroma. And he said, this is something not from a pot, this is some kind of delicacy that somebody's cooking, this is a different kind of aroma. This is a psaruchnistic aroma. He was a Megon, he said, Chaim Tzanzer. And with his nose, he starts to follow where the aroma is coming from. It leads him to a street, to a house, and he goes into the house, he knocks on the door, he said, there's a special aroma coming from your house. He said, what kind of aroma is it? He said, I smell it, you can't deny it. Open up the door, let me come in and see where it's coming from. It leads him to a closet, or there, it leads him right to that uniform, to the Galach's uniform. He said, what is this? That this ruchnistic reach is coming from? Milo, some kind of reach. So the guy was talking, told him the story. He said about 8-10 years ago, he didn't have what to give to a non-Evabian for Pesach, and he told him the whole deal that they made, and because of that, he was able to give him. Oh, Chaim said, listen to me. He said, there's special kedusha in this garment now. Don't discard it. You leave over the Leb Moshiachim, but you leave over a tzavoy to your mishpocha. It was a complete uniform, Just one leg was missing. Complete pants, a suit, everything. One leg was missing. He said, you live at Savoy with your mishpoche, lachar ne'er b'esrim, will come the time. He said that you should put your oil on emes. He said they shouldn't use tachrichim. This is the tachrichim that you should use. That time came, according to Savoy, they followed his request. They put him on these tachrichim, and they put him away. They were covered. A number of years later, they exhumed the cemetery. Had to be, they were going to build some kind of highway. The cemetery had to be dug up. They took away the stones. Of course, those that were laying there while there was nothing to take out. They came to his caver. It was a complete nifter, just like they put him in, except for that piece of leg that was missing. That piece of leg. That's the only thing that from time was eaten right away. I want to conclude. Da goyre steht da sei. Bei Ishmas Kulenu, the Rebbe heard the suffering of the Chol Yisrael. By Yaris Onyenu, the Samalenu V'Zachatzenu. The Rebbe saw all their suffering, how they get panicked. The Inuyim, what they suffered in Shibud Mitzrayim. Chol Yisrael, Chol Dor Onben V'Chalasenu. Chol Yisrael is part of our blood-stained history, the Chol Yisrael Sabra. In Parshas Vayikra, Straight Dorton says that the korban, that the exactly what for a korban, what he has to bring, what kind of korban. They say if he can't reach, he hasn't got biyad, they said, to pay for that kind of korban. So he has to bring shnei sorim or shnei bnei yoina. Bring something different. So the kashi is the fakir is the hanormal. Why should he bring two? He should bring only one. Because he doesn't have that, but bring it straight. They say that. So the Ibn Ezra Zoktazeh, he says that the Orman, in addition, the Oni, in addition to the Chet, in essence, the Chet itself that he committed, was his Bagangim, so he has on his hands another Chet. Because in Orman, he looks around and he sees people that he feels are not as intelligent, not as capable, don't have his milas. Where is Yosher? There's no Yosher. How do you give them money and me you don't give? So he has kindness to the So he has to bring another korban because it tells him to be talking to be Makabal, the Xardin, so he has to bring two. That's what the Avner says. Weiter, it continues that if he's really destitute and he doesn't have biyad for shtei sorim or shnei bnei yoina, so he brings there a flahin, a flour, a much smaller korban. If anybody has tinus, something that's destitute even have more tinus than the other one. So the Chidah says like this. He says that someone who's really very destitute is in such a mass of dochuk, so pressed, he said, he doesn't have to bring any korban for any time he has to Bani Shalem. Because of his severe destitute masav, the Bani Shalem is Michael him. The Satmar Rav, the friend of Rache, after the whole Gehenim from Hitler, when he came to America, the very first Rabbi that he was in America, by His Shyness, he said like this. He said, all these, the Klal Yisrael, that went through that Gehenna, the Inuyim, that they were reduced to subhuman beings, they are living Gehenna, hell, what they went through, the Rabbi Shalom doesn't hear any of their accusations. He doesn't hear any of their kindness. He only hears their pain, their suffering. That's all he hears. He's merciful everything else. Chanani ben Akashi Oimer, Rotsa Kori Baruch Hu, Zaka is Yisrael, Zika Hirlan Ter Mitzvahs,